Nick Aldis isn't walking into SmackDown this week. He can't. Gunther made sure of that, and now Adam Pearce is stepping back into a role he's already had to fill twice in a matter of weeks. But buried underneath this shakeup is a much bigger question WWE insiders are already discussing, one that could change Aldis' entire role in this company. Guys, back at the Night of Champions, Gunther lost his third straight opportunity at the Undisputed Championship, first to Cody Rhodes, then a triple threat that ended with Sami Zayn stealing the pin. Instead of accepting it, Gunther blamed Aldis backstage, accusing him of sabotage, calling him jealous of what Gunther had built in that ring. The confrontation turned physical. Both men were sent home. Aldis spent time on administrative leave while Adam Pearce quietly ran SmackDown in his place. And for a moment, it looked like the story might just fade into the background the way these authority figure spats usually do. When Aldis returned on July 10th, fans assumed the tension was finally behind them. He even opened the show by taking full responsibility for his part in the altercation, while still standing by his decision to push back. Instead of smoothing things over, though, his first real ruling as GM lit the fuse all over again. Guys, before we continue, smash that like button and hit subscribe. It genuinely helps the channel grow and keeps these videos coming. Now, back to the story. Gunther demanded a title opportunity. Aldis refused, keeping CM Punk and Cody Rhodes locked into their SummerSlam match exactly as planned, and instead offered Gunther a tag team match at Saturday night's main event, teaming him with Sami Zayn against Punk and Rhodes at Madison Square Garden. On paper, that's still a massive spot, a chance to stand across the ring from the champion himself. Gunther didn't see it that way. He saw it as a consolation prize. Another decision made by a man he believes has been working against him from the start. What followed wasn't a shove or a shouting match this time. Gunther locked in the sleeper hold, released it just long enough to add a big boot, and reapplied it again and again while referees and producers tried and failed to pull him off. The broadcast faded out with Aldis motionless in the ring. Cody Rhodes finally sprinted down to chase Gunther away, but by then the image was already burned into everyone's mind. The result? Aldis is out for this week's SmackDown, and Adam Pearce is back in the GM chair for the second time in this feud alone. On the surface, that reads like WWE simply hitting pause on a story that's gotten physically out of hand. It might actually be the opposite. Here's the twist. According to WrestleVotes Radio on Fightful, WWE is reportedly discussing putting Aldis back in the ring as an active competitor, not as a one-off gimmick angle, but as a legitimate move stemming directly from this feud. That detail matters more than it might seem at first. Aldis wasn't some corporate hire with no wrestling background. Before joining WWE purely as an on-screen authority figure in 2023, he spent years as a genuine in-ring talent elsewhere, a two-time tag team champion and one-time world heavyweight champion in his own right. He's admitted publicly that the itch to wrestle again never fully went away, even while he's embraced the GM role. Gunther, without meaning to, may have just handed him the exact justification WWE needed to finally pull the trigger. That reframes everything happening right now. Aldis being sidelined isn't just a scheduling inconvenience while WWE figures out its next move, it's quietly building sympathy and motive at the same time. Every week he's shown getting overpowered. Every week Pearce has to step in and clean up the mess. Adds another layer to the eventual payoff. WWE has done this before with authority figures who've teased a return to the ring, but rarely has the build-up been this consistently physical, this personal, or this one-sided in favor of the aggressor. So where does this actually go from here? First, there's a real possibility WWE announces an official Aldis-Gunther match within the next few weeks, using this exact sequence of events as the justification fans have been waiting for. Second, WWE could stretch this further, letting Pearce run interference as acting GM for several more weeks to maximize the slow burn before any match gets confirmed. Third, and this is the bold one, Aldis doesn't wait for an official announcement at all, showing up unannounced mid-broadcast to accept the fight on his own terms, refusing to let Gunther or WWE control the timeline any longer. Either way, this story has stopped being about who runs SmackDown. It's about whether the man behind the desk still has something to prove inside the ropes. So, do you think Aldis finally gets his in-ring return against Gunther, or does WWE keep him behind the desk permanently? Let us know your prediction below.